Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew huh? Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
We are back inside the studios of Sammy Flex TV. This is Sammy Flex PC. Welcome. My name is Roland Abate. Don't mind anybody. The reason why I'm laughing there later I will explain it to you. Let me say big ups to Currency. Let me say big ups to Richie Flex. And to you as well for doing the watching wherever you are watching us from. I say big ups to you. But don't forget to also share this content so others can also enjoy. Today's topic, I don't even know how to start it because it's a big one. And you know when it's big like that, I would definitely need a big man to give me some big explanations. He's always in the studio with me. His name is Olua Sammy Flex.
Such a topic when I have to be like taking weight before the topic. When the topic is heavier. So like before I take the topic, I have to be taking weight.
This one today is heavy, pa.
It's
very
like,
heavy.
It's a heavy topic, so before I come, I have to be taking weight. How many have I taken so far?
It's okay.
How many have I taken?
This one, they're more than 5 million.
5 million.
It's
Okay,
okay.
5 million is okay. At
They've-
least I
they've
can get Guinness Book of Record. 5 million weightlifting. I'm getting Guinness Book of Records straight before Chef Dami will get hers. I'll get mine.
But somebody says Sarkodie, for Sarkodie's lawyer to pass, it's a rare definition for being a seminar quarter.
Yeah. It is a sad one, and I'm a man. I want to put myself in Sarkodie's shoes, and I can imagine what he's going through. Especially when you know that your brand is that brand everybody sees to be very white. So when someone puts a small blemish in there, it is loud. And I'm sure that is why we are all experiencing what we are experiencing. I'm sure if it had been any other name apart from Sarkodie, we wouldn't have paid attention to it so much because already in our minds, oh, we know this guy can do something like this. But to Sarkodie, everybody sees him to be like that guy who is white, that guy who is always clean. So for this to just come as a blemish in his attire, it's so loud, so visible. So I know he'll be going through a lot. And at this stage, someone like his lawyer, that is the late Cynthia Kweku, who would be comforting him, who will be telling him some of the things he can do legally and even outwardly. Sometimes you see people like Sarkodie, when any issues like this come, I'm sure they would even seek counsel on how they should respond to it. Fine. It's just a matter of time. Even where he is, his people can make him fine, you know.
But are you surprised?
We all know what men want, so where he is, he can be fine. Yeah, a little bit of wine, a little bit of other things, and you will sleep afterwards.
Madam Tracy is still in Ghana, so we take it like that.
Oh, but Tracy does not need to be there for him to be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Sarkodie.
Were you surprised when the promoters said that this has even given a spike in the ticket sales of the show?
I was only not sure of which of the impacts it will have on him.
Okay.
So if the impact is that he has doubled his ticket sales out of that, then it is positive.
Wow.
I was not too sure which of the impacts this will result in, because it was still a mixed feeling, and definitely there's going to be a mixed reaction. Either to go good or to go bad.
Okay.
Thank God this time around it has gone good for them. So yes, I was not very surprised that they are also cashing in at a time that someone is bleeding. So yes, it is good. It is also good for Sarkodie, because imagine if he goes for the show at this time that Yvonne has mentioned his name in that book, Lawyer is dead. He goes for a show and the show is also flopped.
Case.
Like, think about it. It will be like triple hits and he wouldn't be able to take it. So at least if the show is sold out, he can use that one to more or less feel good. At least after that, he can rather use those videos and those photos to do some publicity, which will neutralize what everyone is talking about at the moment. He would need that to change the narrative a little bit. So yes, it is good for him as well. But to the promoters, Big Sam in the US, AK24 Entertainment, 24 Entertainment, big ups to you and to whoever is part of it. The DMV show, I think that is coaches and his people. It is looking good. So I pray that everything goes well, and Sarkodie also be in the best frame of mind to go and do this show.
Okay, so now we move straight to today's conversation. In fact, it's a big one. When you go on afrobeats.byspotify.com, this is a platform or a website owned by Spotify. That is the famous streaming app or streaming platform, Spotify.
Okay.
And they've done a beautiful profiling of our very own Afrobeat. According to them, ever since they infused the Afrobeat slot on their platform, they've now amassed about 13 billion and counting. 13 billion and counting streams.
And that's big.
And that's big. So they thought it wise to do a whole profiling on that fastest rising music genre in the world, known as Afrobeat. It says 13 billion and counting. Analyzing Spotify's data, insights of Afrobeat, listeners, Afrobeat was streamed more than 13 billion times on Spotify in 2022. In this section, we delve into the Afrobeat data gathered from Spotify user base and share noteworthy findings and trends. The below data will be updated on a bi-weekly basis. So it has top 10 Afrobeat songs of all time, age group percentage listening to Afrobeat, top city streaming Afrobeat, and their most streamed songs, top exported collaborations outside SSA, top female Afrobeat artists, tracks by age group, Afrobeat growth over the years, Afrobeat emerging markets.
Wait, let me comment on this. We are going to make this very detailed, so you might have to take your time to understand it. So it says that they opened their service to, or their server to Afrobeat in 2022.
No, they I think 2017.
2017.
Yes, and in 2022 they've recorded about.
Oh, okay. So from 2017 to 2022, that's what I want to be.
Yes.
Sure. That is 2017 to 2022. That's about 5 years. Okay. And within these 5 years, they are saying that they have been able to record how many streams?
13
billion and counting. And I keep saying that this is it. That is why I would have an issue with any Ghanaian artist who would release a song in the name of being original, being culturally right or whatever. You still would want to put it out there for streaming as high life. Yes, in Ghana, I keep saying in Ghana it is high life. But because now 13 billion people are streaming Afrobeats and they are streaming this under the category of Afrobeats under Spotify, what are you waiting for? Don't go and stress. There's an easy way. Like now, there is a way that you can fly to Nigeria in just about some 45 minutes or 1 hour. Then you say, okay, because it used to be by road, though I can fly, I still want to use road.
Because it's
you have the option to fly. You have the option because it is your culture. Because it's your culture. You have the option to fly. within 45 1 hour, you are there. But because he said, oh, I started going there using road, so even if there is a flight that I can use, I still would want to. Then go and use horse.
Because that was
yes
a chariot.
go and use horses. That is fine. So yes, I'm happy with the numbers. 13 billion and counting, and it's good. I'm happy. The rest of the information coming, I'm so happy about them. So just make it brief, hit the highlight, and later we can direct them to also take their time.
Okay, so some of the highlights include the Afrobeat through the years, that is tracking the genre's key moment.
Okay.
And they mentioned 1998, that is a duo who launched a music label called Kenny's Music, and their TV show AIT Jams is one of the highlights. We have Don Jazzy here.
Don Jazzy was which year?
Yes, Don Jazzy was 2004.
Okay.
Two-Face was 2005 February.
Okay.
We have April 16, which is DJ Abrantiers,
Yeah.
who opened his new radio show at Choice FM, Afrobeat with Abrantier.
In fact, let me big up Abrantier. Abrantier has been very instrumental in the growth of Afrobeat, especially in UK.
Okay.
During his time at Choice until he fell ill or he fell sick, he has really held down so many people. It is very unfortunate that right at the time that Afrobeat was really seeing growth and becoming financially or commercially viable, that was when he fell ill. I think he was knocked down by some mild stroke or something. And though he's fine now, but not very fit, like he's not back to normal. So yes, in Ghana, if in our books, there's someone we also have to appreciate very well in the name of Afrobeat, we can't leave DJ Abrantier in, and I think he needs to be commended heavily for what he's done.
The Guardian newspaper on January 19, 2012 was also captured in there as one of the highlights that wrote articles about Afrobeat.
Okay.
June 2nd, 2013, Fuse ODG's Antenna also is one of the highlights, making number 7 on the UK singles chart.
Okay.
We have Mr. Easy here, August 30, 2015. Who also broke out with Skin Tight. Yes, and he
like your Skin Tight.
Yes, he's them as the Afrobeat first artist to consistently fuse Nigeria and Ghana Afrobeat styles.
That's how they captioned him.
That's how they captioned him.
Wow.
Yes, they have
Nigeria and Ghana styles.
Afrobeat styles, yes.
Wow.
Wizkid, May 21, 2016 is also here as one of the highlights. Wizkid became the first Nigerian artist to land the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 for featuring on Drake's One Dance.
Wow.
Yes, in January 27, 2019, the video sells out the O2 Arena. And March 14, 2021, Burna Boy winning his first Grammy for his album, for like in the Best Global Music Album category with his Twice as Tall, as well as Wizkid and Thames all winning. So, on July 15, 2021, same way, Essence by Wizkid featuring Thames is the first Afrobeat song to chart on the Billboard Hot 100. It later peaks at number 9.
Okay.
We have Billboard itself now giving the Billboard US Afrobeat song chart as one of the highlights. Yemi Alade also filling the Olympia Hall in Paris, France.
Wow.
Yes, and now we
that
have...
girl is hot.
Yes. Now, April 2022, we have Rema, who sets a new record with his hit single, Calm Down, featuring Selena Gomez as the highest charting African song on the Billboard Hot 100. So these are the highlights. So moving forward, so they gave a firm, Spotify commissioned research firm Kuvora to conduct research on its behalf for Afrobeat.
Okay.
The journey of a billion streams. The survey was conducted with over 1,000 people across 34 countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, United States, and the United Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is where...
did they specify where the research company is based?
Well, no.
So we can also detect their biases and all.
Okay.
So if you can confirm that as well.
Of course,
that would be very good. Kuvo what?
So it's Kuvora. Yes, that is Kuvora.
Yeah. At least we should know where they are based. We should know who their CEO is. We should know who their board of directors are. So we can also detect if there are some biases in there, because as humans, we have our biases. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yes, it is not evil to be biased. it is not evil to be biased at all. As humans, sometimes your biases can show, including me, Sammy Flex here. It says, Kuvora is located in Wilmington, Delaware, United States. Okay. I know Delaware. I've been to Delaware before in the United States.
Okay.
I think, well, if I'm not wrong, the last time I went, I think Delaware is close to Virginia or something like that. Yeah, I drove in a car with Usher.
Okay.
Yeah, Usher baby.
The dancer.
Yeah, we moved from one state to another, and we were in a car. We drove through Delaware. Yes. So the Kuvora is located in Wilmington, that is Delaware, United States. And it says who are Kuvora's competitors. Okay, that one's another time. So they are based in the US.
Okay.
That is fine.
So they conducted this research.
Okay.
Yes, that is across 34 countries, including Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, US, where they are based, as well as the United Kingdom.
Okay.
So the point is, they have the birth of a sensation, that is Afrobeat owes its global success to two West African nations, and that is Ghana and Nigeria.
That's what
Was captured.
Spotify is saying.
Of course.
According to Kuvora's research, that Afrobeats is what?
Owes its global success
Uh-huh.
to two West African nations.
Why are we not closing the show now? At this stage, I'm sure it will be good that we close the show because the argument that I've been preaching on this platform has been confirmed, has been cemented. And I believe if all these things have been accepted, then there is no need that people would come here and argue anymore. Because according to a research that has been done, not in just one African country, for about 10 or so African countries, and the confirmation is that West African countries.
Yes.
In this case, we are talking about Ghana and we are talking about Nigeria. So therefore, why is it that sometimes it is just so hard for some people to accept that Afrobeat, there is no way you can mention the history and the formation of Afrobeat without Ghana in there. I don't know why it's so hard. When you say it, they will say, oh, fella. Yes. In fact, more respect to fella. No disrespect at all. I'll never try it. Respect to him. He is a legendary personality. In fact, his deeds, his achievements, so much. His influence on Nigerian music industry as it stands now, so solid. So anytime, so much respect to him. But then, let the history be clear. At least, whoever has a flower in there, let the person take it, even if it is just one petal of a flower. So why are we making it so difficult? They are not getting this. Now, this confirmation should seize that argument.
I think so.
Afrobeat, West Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria. We always say that we brought it and they made it popular, like we say it in Chi. Hit. So yes, Ghana, Nigeria, but kudos to Nigeria for making it popular. It is as simple as that. That's what we've been saying over and over again. Now, I don't know what they want us to do again.
So there's the tale of two countries.
Yeah.
And permit me to do a bit of reading.
And I'm sure they always mention Ghana first and Nigeria, innit? No, I'm sure that's how they will do it.
No, but in some of the writings, it is Nigeria and Ghana. Some it is Ghana and Nigeria.
Yeah, but so, Ghana and Nigeria will be more because the Afrobeats, Ghana will come to mind first as the founders, then the purveyors of the genre will be Nigerians, and that's where we give them all the commendation. They've done so well, and no two ways about that. Nobody should try to joke with that. They've done so well. Yeah.
Okay, so it says the tale of two countries. The beauty of Afrobeat is the fact that there's a meld of generations. There's a meld of sounds, and it will be unfair to say this is the origin of Afrobeat because with each music that you hear, with each sound that you hear, there's a story behind it from a diverse background and influence of music, says Emma, talent manager and CEO of One Marketing Management. Present-day Afrobeat represents a modern-day iteration that evolved from multiple genres, including high life, Fuji, and late hip life.
Okay.
And incorporating imported sounds such as hip-hop and reggae. High life, the earliest influential genre, emerged in the clubs of Ghana's capital, Accra, in the 1920s. The music featured brass bands like the Jazz Kings, Cape Coast Sugar Babies, and Accra Orchestra, playing a distinctive blend of high life, Akan and Palogo rhythms, infused with elements foxtrot, and calypso music.
Okay.
The term high life may have derived from its association with African elite or its lyrics celebrating carefree, exuberant living. In a decade preceding Ghana's independence, a more rural form of high life emerged from palm wine guitar music, first accepted by Ghanaian workers and popularized by artists like E.K. Nyame and his Akan Trio. The genre quickly spread to other countries along the coast.
Good.
Then in the 60s, a Ghanaian...
It spread from Ghana to other countries along the coast.
The coast, of course. Then in the 60s, a Ghanaian British Afro rock band called Osibisa popularized a sound called Osibi, which some credit as one of the precursors of the genre. In the 1970s, the Nigerian music then blended high life, palm wine guitar music, and local music to create food. The palm wine guitar music,
which is also from Ghana,
and local music to create juju music.
Oh, okay.
While Nigerian singer Tunde King is credited for being the genre's lead innovator, juju owes its development to such artists such as Ambrose Campbell, the Jolly Boys Orchestra, and Ebenezer Obey, who introduced the bass guitar.
Okay, so the tale of two countries. So still talking about the growth, development, expansion, formation, establishment, the foundation of Afrobeats. And according to the research by Kuvora, two countries,
of course,
started this. And if you read the first phase of what you just read about the tale of two countries, it was clear that in the 1920s, that was when this whole thing started in Ghana.
Of course.
Then, as times went on, it spread on to other African countries along the coast.
That is high life.
Yes, I'm talking about high life. Then, at a point, Nigeria's music industry was followed.
So it says in the 1980s, reggae dancehall music became popular in both Ghana and Nigeria, adding still more spice to the Afrobeat mix. British DJ David Ramjam Rodigan believes that Afrobeat today has the same spirit as dancehall in the 90s Jamaica.
Okay.
And that reggae continues to impact African music and culture profoundly.
Good.
And while that may be true, there is no discounting the impact of 90s hip-hop either. In Ghana, a new generation of pioneers, including Reggie Rockstone, Lord Kenya, and Obrafour, laid the groundwork for the fusion of local rhythms with hip-hop and R&B, creating a new genre called hip life.
Okay.
According to Ghanaian hip life pioneer Zab Mallet, at that time, that is the 90s, hip-hop spread across America and the world. So Ghanaians thought to themselves, why can't we do the same thing that is being done in America and do it in our own way?
Okay.
That was how the hip life movement started.
Okay.
Asika describes the first time he heard hip life music, saying, the first time I went to Ghana was in 1996. And at this time in Nigeria, the music scene was a bit fallow.
Okay.
This is a quotation from Asika.
Say that again.
He says, the first time I went to Ghana was in 1996.
Okay.
And at this time in Nigeria, the music scene was a bit fallow. I went to a hip-hop club where they started playing hip life around 2 a.m. The whole place exploded and I was like, what's happening here? Nigerian artists who had begun to interpolate foreign sounds to find new audience started to play around with these new sounds. Their experimentation led to the emergence of the reggae-inspired Galala music, local rap songs, inching ever closer to the sound we know today as Afrobeats.
Good work done by Spotify and the Kuvora team. I think this representation of Afrobeats should be the final documentation of Afrobeats, and this we should spread to the world.
You are impressed with this?
I'm very impressed. Very, very much impressed.
And satisfied.
Yesterday, I received a call from a middle-aged man from America. Akinola or something. A middle-aged man. Like he's not our age mate. He is a big man, as a matter of fact. And the stories he was telling me about Ghana's Ghana's high life and Afrobeats. It was so beautiful. He was even giving me history about an army band. I've forgotten though, but later I'll go deep into that. And the fact that the army was rather playing then jazz horns and those things. So it was after the people who left the army and had the skill of playing and they don't know what exactly they could do. They formed groups and they started playing. That is in the early centuries or early years. So out of that, then they developed it into bands and they started doing the high life, which, like the documentary has stated, was for the elite. It was not just for anybody.
No.
So yes, we understand the tale of two countries. These two countries, Ghana and Nigeria. And everything that has been stated in this particular write-up tells that the influence of Ghana was higher than the influence of Nigeria then.
Back then.
Because the story has even said that at that time, Nigeria's music industry was fallow. Until most of the people started interpolating some of the songs from Ghana and some songs from the West. Okay. You understand? So yes, this debate, when we say people don't get it, when we say people think that Sammy Flex is just pushing an agenda, but this is reality. That's why I'm saying that this particular thing, we should document this, put it in video, put it in text, and make sure we redefine the Afrobeats conversation again. Afrobeat conversation, no matter what you do, Ghana and Nigeria, they are in there. Nobody should try to take someone out of it. Me, I won't take Nigeria out of the Afrobeat conversation. Same way, no Nigerian person in his right frame of mind should try take Ghana out of the Afrobeat conversation. When that happens, that is where personally I have not been happy about. But after reading this, I think I'm now calm. At least some people know the truth. So it is not as if it is Sammy Flex who is pushing an agenda. This is a clear definition of Afrobeat, and this story should be told well. It hurts me that our country is not so loud when it comes to some of these. It's like now we capitalize on this, we hatch on this, and we are putting it out. This is Spotify. This is Spotify. Spotify is well revered in the world of music business. So this is what we have to capitalize on. Start spreading on our airways. But go and see them. They are talking about unnecessary things. And unfortunately, they will say those people are doing something better because they have numbers. So they are doing something better. Meanwhile, they are talking about unnecessary things. This should be captured. This should be shared. We should give this to CNN. We should give this to BBC. We should give this to all the international media platforms. The Afrobeat story. This is the reality, the truth, and the way. So they should get it and share it. I'm sure we can wrap up now if there's nothing more.
So on the flip, they have the top reasons why fans like Afrobeat. They also gave the difference between the Afrobeat, that is the one with the S, and the one without the S.
In fact, that conversation, I always feel some way about it. The Afrobeat and Afrobeat. It is nothing like that. I mean, anytime I'm talking Afrobeat, I don't do any differentiation. It is Afrobeat. Afrobeat is Afrobeat. They will say Afrobeat is fella. And one person
and the one with the S is DJ Abrantes.
No, they will not say that one is with DJ. They will say that one is the sound all Africans are doing, and the Afrobeat is the one only fella is doing.
But which one is trending now?
The one with the S. The one with the S is what is trending now.
There's one thing here that it says we may never agree to whose jollof is superior.
Good.
And we know that
that one Clary still arguing. I'm not sure we're arguing about whose jollof is superior.
Now,
I went to Nigeria. They served me various dishes, and they served me jollof as well. In fact, Nigeria's rice is not like dope rice. I went to Nigeria. I went to some popular places to eat. In fact, it was one of the reasons I discovered catfish.
Okay.
Because anytime they serve me their rice, I didn't like it.
Okay.
I didn't enjoy it.
So
I'll look for the option. So the first option they gave me was catfish, and since then I didn't eat any food again. Every evening I'll go to catfish joints. Very hot.
That is why now every Friday.
Very hot, spicy. And thanks to those ladies who introduced us to catfish. I've forgotten their names self.
It says,
but they really made us happy.
We may never agree to whose jollof is superior, but we can agree that we know as Afrobeat today is contemporary African pop music, defined by traditional African drum beats, delivered in the 3-2 or 2-3 rhythm. You know the 3-2 or 2-3 rhythm?
Oh, anwa. Yeah, then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's what they use in defining the, especially the high life. It is very dominant when you want to define high life.
That's
Blended
good.
with Western music and electronic beat to create danceable rhythms, contagious melodies, and a culture that resonates with fans around the world.
Okay.
So yes, this and many more.
This is the end of it. Huh?
Yes, was captured in the whole profiling of Afrobeat on Spotify.
Special thanks to Spotify for this particular one. Interesting. I asked Koskoli, Minister of Spotify, and he couldn't provide. So I have to big up Van Darko.
Oh wow!
It was Van Darko who shared it. But earlier, I had seen people trolling Burna Boy on Twitter. Earlier, I had seen people trolling Burna Boy on Twitter that, so Spotify has also confirmed that Burna Boy is part of the new cut. That was the troll I saw on Twitter. So now Spotify has also confirmed that Burna Boy is part of the new cut. And you were telling me there was a line in there that confirms that particular. Maybe you can do that finally.
Yeah, so for Afrobeat through years, he wasn't mentioned. In fact, it was Rema that was mentioned. And
Afrobeat what?
Through the years, like Afrobeat through the years,
you mean the highlights?
Yes, the highlights. That is the key moments.
Okay.
So now Burna Boy wasn't
but they mentioned where he won.
Okay, Burna Boy was mentioned.
Where he won the Grammy.
But where you are talking about is the genre that unites so many for many different reasons has a rich history with its feet in 2 countries and its roots in many different genres.
Okay.
A lot of people.
Its feet in 2 countries. Ghana and Nigeria.
Yes, and its roots in many different genres.
Okay.
A lot of people worked, so the likes of Rema, Burna Boy, and Thames could run.
A lot of people worked. So Burna Boy.
So the likes of Rema, Burna Boy, and Thames could run.
So let's see some of the names of those who worked. Starting from Ghana, as usual, I start from here. Like Tic Tac, Miss Bell, VIP, and the rest of them.
Oh, so even the iconic Afrobeat songs, in the Ghanaians that we are mentioning, there is Fefe Nefe by Tic Tac and Kenny Totuela. There's Ahunka Wumba.
These are iconic Afrobeat songs.
Iconic Afrobeat songs.
And some Ghanaian songs were mentioned in there.
Captured from 1994.
Charlie, what a beautiful work done by Spotify.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So VIP was also VIP is there.
Ahunka Wumba was there.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. That those who worked from Ghana, I mentioned some of the names, and they go to Nigeria, like the D'banj, like the Two Face.
The Two Face was also captured.
Yes. So in this case, they are talking about people like Davido, Wizkid, and now those who are running Burna Boy, Thames, and Rema. Spotify. You guys take bribe from Davido, huh? Wow. So, okay, now I understand. Understand why people were trolling Burna Boy. So they want to say that Spotify has confirmed that really and truly Burna Boy is a new cat. Full stop. We can close now.
That one there. One of Nigerian brothers, over to you.
Wanna go take them?
You people for take this one and just let them know. The comment section is definitely designed for you. If you have any reservations from whatever he said or the explanation that he gave, you can also share your view. As for his not making sense here, that one is a cake. That one is pass and go.
Thank you.
Yes, make your own sense.
Thank you.
Write your own sense, but make sure you follow the YouTube community guidelines.
Thank you.
Let me say big ups to Currency. Let me say big ups to Richie Flex. And the big thanks to the big man in the studio, Sammy Flex. My name is Roland Amate. Make sure you stay safe. We'll meet on the next episode. Bye-bye.